Hi, this is Rhoda again from Cigar City Tarot saying hi. We're ready for day 2 challenge, and you'll see I have an assortment of gifts, and I've got my trusty cat right here, Jerry. He enjoys doing tarot as well. I picked out the ones that I like the best. So in watching a couple of videos, I ended up ordering, this is the revision 1. I understand that she has a revision 2, but this is a wonderful deck. It is the Northern Animal Tarot, and I ordered it based on some recommendations from the Pomegranate Grove and the deck walkthrough, as well as the interview they had with the author. It was so beautiful. I should put the unboxing video up, but it came with its own little bag. And then it also has a little bit more than a little white book. It does come with a wonderful little thank you card, as you read that. I did order it after she had her the GoFundMe fundraiser for it. And it does come with 2 additional cards depending on what you want, the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant. The other ones I've chosen, you'll see that in a second. And then it has some other interesting cards in it. It does have, let me see it there. Oh yes, so these are, oh yes, so it had, these are a regular, and this is a tarot deck. It has 78 cards, but it also has these additional cards. So this is just, again, a little bit about the deck, but it has some other kind of, I won't call them oracle cards, but reflective cards. So there's the ghost, and we have other tree spirits. There's a Bigfoot, which my son loves. Anyway, these are some other cards that you can add to your readings. She has different phases of the moon. We have the quarter moon, the full moon. I think in here she even has the, I probably don't have them together. Anyway, so as I go through, and then she has some layout. Here's How's My Heart. This is Busy Bee spread. So if you wanted to find out, so she's got some spread ideas, about, oopsie, sorry about that. Anyway, but this is a beautiful deck. I won't go through all of them, but some of the cards here are just so fabulous. Now, and again, I read both upright and reversed, so you'll see that some of the cards are reversed when I go around. But anyway, it's all about forest animals. She is from Canada, so a lot of this, I'm sure, is inspired. I'll just go through the Page of Wands. With my last name being Foxworthy, I'm partial to the wand suit. There are many foxes in here in that wand suit. There's the 10 of Wands. Anyway, wonderful deck. It reads really well, a lot of fun. Yeah, it's really kind of, how shall I say, a soothing kind of a deck. It's not very sassy, but it's kind of soothing. That's all I can say. All right, so here's one of my favorites that I ordered earlier this year. If I take a look at this, so I have my tarot and tequila, right? So I ordered this book. It is fabulous. And so it truly is, I'm all about drinking tequila. It truly is a book that talks about the meanings of the cards, as well as, so in this case, for instance, this is the Empress. And so it gives a basic definition. It also gives a basic definition of it reversed, but it gives a tequila definition and a tequila definition reversed. And again, this is tarot and tequila. Well, I bought the book first, and then I ordered the cards, which were had not come out yet. But what I think is fun, now the book doesn't go through all of the suits. It only does, I'm trying to see which is the best way to see this, probably here. It only does go through certain cards. All of the majors have a drink. And then as you go through the minors, you'll see that some of them have cards, some of them don't. For instance, the Ace of Wands does, but I thought it was fun. And I used this deck in my Halloween party. My Halloween party was Tarot and Tall Tales themed. And so we didn't really make any. Some of these are very exotic bitters and things that you have to order, but not everyone. So there's the Three of Wands, and you can see he does go through the basic definitions of both, you know, his interpretation of upright and reverse, but the tequila version as well. And it's just tongue-in-cheek and it's hilarious. And this particular one has a mystical pairing, and the Three of Wands has a cocktail. And if you look at some of these, so the Reposada tequila is wonderful. And then you have mezcal, right? Lemon juice is not bad, or honey. Black sea salt, I typically don't keep that. I do keep Himalayan. And then, it just is a fun book. Well, I ordered, so we'll put that over here. I ordered the deck itself, and the deck came literally a week before my Halloween party. And so when these cards came, they were huge, right? And so these, I have fairly big hands. And so as you see, and it comes with, not only does this book give you the basic meanings here, this book comes with it, and it gives you full page pictures, as well as the basic definition and then the reversed definition. But this one doesn't give you the tequila definition, which this one does. And I think it's hilarious. But because this is so this was tarot and tequila, I knew it was going to be sugar skull themed because it had this, but it doesn't really talk too much about, I mean, it talks about more about the cocktails and whatnot. But this particular book talks about some of the meanings in what your sugar skull can be used for. And so it's just a wonderful book. And so I'll just go through, look at that Three of Swords, and then look at the Devil. And again, I read both upright and reversed. So this is the Four of Pentacles, but you can see the pentacles are sugar skulls. This is the Chariot, and these are the horses. You know, in some ways, for those of you who are old enough to remember the Wild Wild West, this reminds me of the Wild Wild West pictures that they put up after every scene when they would break for commercials and whatnot. The Eight of Swords, all of them have a different color theme. So this is in the purples, the pentacles are more in the browns and the oranges. Let me see. The cups are in that purplish blue, and then the wands are in the pinks. So you can kind of see the different colors that are here. But it is a wonderful, fun deck, and it really kind of reads true. The people I read for it, first of all, enjoyed the imagery, but also I felt that it read pretty true. I really like, I want to spend a month with it, but I love this deck. All right, my next to the last deck, I'm going to save my favorite for the last. I wasn't really hopeful. It's my roach clip, but actually it holds incense or the tarot card if you were, looking to meditate on your card for the day, right? So it'll hold it up. But anyway, this particular deck is the Tarot of the Illuminati. I had seen a review on it and I wasn't sure because I really have way too many decks, but I really wanted to get this deck. And I have been reading with this deck now for a couple of months. It's my go-to anymore. It's in the Rider Waite Smith system, and it is so true to form. But as you look at the images, they're so much richer. This is so the Princess of Swords is akin to the Page of Swords, and they have the princess, and then they have the prince, which is the Knight of Swords. And of course, the king and queen. That's about the only variation, is the princess is equal to a prince, and a page, and the prince is equal to a knight. But this deck is just beautiful. I mean, the colors, the Princess of Pentacles, I mean, just the colors. And again, they kind of follow the rich reds and whatnot. This is the King of Swords. Another sword here. Another sword here. This is the Six of Wands. And if you take a look at the Six of Wands and the imagery, you can get so much more. Let me see if that'll focus quickly. Anyway, there we go. Anyway, love this deck. When I'm reading, I get so much more out of it, not just, I think mainly because of the imagery, like the birds and the seagulls in the background. I live near the coast and the seagulls mean something. She's on the cliffs, almost like the cliffs of Dover. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful deck. Anyway, I will go on to my last one in just a minute. Now, my last deck, and this kind of looks like you'd think if you took a look at it, that it would be The Nightmare Before Christmas. As I said, I make all my decks a little bag. This particular one, I use little dominoes, and I make the dominoes I make them a little so that I know when I'm looking for my decks that I have. Let me see if that'll focus. So it's basically, to me, this is the Temperance card. And I just make a smaller version and then I put it on and I put resin over it. So I know what the deck is. But this particular deck is the Dark Mansions Tarot. I ordered it. It took almost 2 months to get to me. But I had some Nightmare Before Christmas. So I create not only the little bag, but I also have a reading cloth. This deck, so you can see it's a matte finish on the side, but it's all black. It's beautiful. It's a standard size deck, 3.5 by 5 or something like that. Easy to shuffle. It's got a really nice feel. I love the backs are fully reversible, right? So that you can see the same, but I love this. Anyway, this deck is so whimsical and cool. So here is the devil. And she's beautiful. It's a she devil. And you can see her too. Yes, it's gorgeous. Anyway, so I have read with this. I did a study in March, right after I got this deck, for an entire month reading with it. Although I did read with it for Halloween. Not many people chose this one. I think they chose the Sugar Skull Tarot before, but this deck is gorgeous. Let me see if I can find one of my favorite. Oh, look at this guy, the Knight of Swords. If you want to talk about balls to the wall, there he is. And then here's the Five of Swords. And so they've got very, oh, I love the moon. So the moon is beautiful. She is a wide-faced, and it's not really Tim Burton style, like The Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know, but it's very 1800s style. Anyway, beautiful cards. So those were my significant decks that I worked with and or loved over the year. I bought way too many of them, but these are the ones that I really enjoyed working with it. Okay, I'll get this up and we'll look forward to talking with you on day 3. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.